the man of the hour. For my dogs who couldn't finish the race, my niggas who resting in power. I'm talking about dad, I'm talking about grandma. All of my verses be packing the punch, I strike like a hammer. I had to fight on my battles, I never been a runner. Self-made, so nigga just know I do what I wanna. Invest in some real estate, I'm tryna give me a manner. That I go get to my mama and tell her the mama you matter. I'm talking an early retirement, the vote to the moolah. I'm dropping like 50 bags a month to get to my jeweler. To get me a piece with my queen, 24 carats. All that I do it with love, love for my parents.
Yo, my people, welcome back to Get Into the Bag Season 2, Episode 6. I got a special guest with me tonight. We brought in Dizzy Walka. YYC Hip Hop Daily is the platform for all local artists to come tell their story and who they are. And today we get to learn about who Dizzy Walka is, what he's got going on, what's coming up, and just everything about Dizzy Walka. So make sure to tune in, check this episode, because this episode starts right now. Yo, my people, welcome back to Get Into the Bag Podcast Season 2, Episode 6. Tonight I got a special guest with me, Dizzy Walka, man. How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing real good, bro. So, what we do here is we interview local artists in Calgary so Calgary can know who can they fuck with and who they don't want to fuck with. And you're certainly an artist that people should fuck with. So can you let the people know, where did it all start for Dizzy Walka, bro?
So, Dizzy Walka started in 2014 when I was 12 years old. Back home, we got a system, like our school system. It has to do with, like, standards. So, at the time, I was in, like, standard 7, which is sort of like grade 6 here.
Okay,
and
cool.
I, like, just gotten out of, primary school. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'd seen this new guy come to school. I became friends with him. New guy in school, second day of school. This guy's rapping. I see all the girls go to him, So I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get me some women too,
Yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts.
So I was like, yo, I got into music with him. So we first started as a group. It was like me, my dog, and another dog. So it was
okay,
like, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. And what kind of music were you guys creating back then?
At the time, man, I didn't care. I was just trying to have fun with the music. So it was just like, yo, I was just talking my shit, basically.
That's sick, bro. So that's where it all started. Group of friends. Where do you come from, bro?
So I come from Botswana. It's a place in Southern Africa. It's just about South Africa, and a lot of people know South Africa. So,
okay.
It's a small place, 2 million people population. So, yeah.
How big is hip-hop over there?
Hip-hop, I don't know, man. Like, I can't really describe it. Like, there is a scene, but it's not that big. Like, it's not a big country, too. So it's like, there's not too many people making music.
Yeah, okay.
But, like, also the people making music, there's no resources for us, But it's like an African thing,
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what year did you come to Calgary?
So I moved here December 2020. Unfortunately, it was like, a couple months after my dad passed.
Oh, shit.
So,
sorry about that, bro.
I appreciate it, man. So dad had like a family business back home. He ran businesses and all, so we're cool with dad,
Yeah.
Mom didn't live back home. Mom was in Bermuda.
Oh, in Bermuda.
So, yeah, but they were still together, So dad passes, mom's like, yo, there's not much for us out there. Let's move out here, Canada. It's like a beautiful place.
Yeah, definitely.
So she knew people in Calgary. She's like, let's move to Calgary, So,
oh, that's cool,
yeah,
bro.
I am now.
Nice, man. So, like, what was the first step when you came to Calgary to pursue or keep pursuing hip-hop? What was that first step?
So, I don't know. I've been making music for like, six years, When I moved, I was making music back home, but I didn't really take it seriously because I was like, back in Africa, people don't look at music as a real thing, as a real job. So
yeah, I get that.
Every time you're trying to make music, your parents are telling you, yo, go to school. It's like, do this.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I moved here and I saw the scene, I'm like, okay, wait, people really fuck with people out here, you know what I mean? If you're doing something good, people gonna come your way. So I was like, okay, cool. So I took like a year off. I was just working on my craft. Nice. And I was like, I'm finally back.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
What was that first initial, did you drop a song or was it a project you were working with? Like, what was that first step where you're like, yeah, I'm part of the Calgary scene right now?
So when I moved, I just put out Poseidon. Poseidon came out November 2020. That song took off back home. Like, it was actually doing really well. So I moved out here. When I got here, my new school, St. Francis, at the time I was in grade 12.
Okay.
I remember the teachers when I put me in the system, My email is like walkerdizzy@gmail.com. So they're like, yo, what's Walker Dizzy? Like, they search me up, they see I make music.
Okay, that's dope.
Then the one teacher found the song and he's like, whoa, Poseidon's a really good song. He's like, yo, do you want to perform? Black History Month and all.
Yo, that's sick.
Got my first performance in the school. People love me, you know. He sent out the song to Benny. He's friends with Benny at 10 to 10.
Oh, okay, that's
so
dope.
So it's like, Benny listened to the song. He's like, yo, this is dope.
He's fucking with it.
Yeah, so that's
sick,
when
man.
I did my TEDx sessions too.
Got them pissing on the shelves, know I'm gonna be great. Dizzy here to say the game, sorry for the wait. Give me a few more years, I'll be training state to state. Leader on the wave, I'm beside it. Get the fame for my niggas riding. In that S-class with my niggas mobbing.
Oh, that's
like,
dope.
yeah. So after the video, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm really here now because people were seeing the video coming up to me. It's like, yo, you're gonna perform, you're gonna work.
You got some recognition.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So you did your 10 at 10 session. Is there any other platform that you've been on where it was kind of like that, where you did some like freestyle or interview like this?
No, besides 10 to 10, it's just you guys now, you know?
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Thanks for coming in today, brother.
Man,
so,
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah. So like, I kind of want to get to know what, if you had to define your sound right now, how would you define it to the masses, bro?
So right now, wow, the sound is really bouncing right now.
Yeah.
Right now, like I usually draw inspiration from Drake and Travis Scott. So Drake is like, you know, the old Drake. First got on the scene, he's really rapping his heart out. I'm like, yo, this kid's fire.
Yeah,
I
bro.
keep going back to that Drake. And Travis is just like my auto-tune sound. Anytime I'm trying to get the vocals right, the melodies right, I'm thinking of Travis.
Nice.
But who I really look at when I'm trying to rap, I'm looking at Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, you know.
Okay,
That's
so are
like
those the artists you fuck with the most?
Yeah, so it's like Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and Travis, you know.
That's dope,
So it's
man.
like Travis, auto-tune, Drake, the bars, Lil Wayne and Kendrick is the tone. It's like the way they deliver the verses. It's like, yo, this is fire, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's sick. That's a great mix right there. And like, I've heard some of your songs, and for real, they're fire, bro.
Man, I appreciate that,
Yeah,
bro.
so like, when you came to Calgary, you did a couple of things, moved around a bit. What was like the first project that you worked on and dropped?
So the first project I did was called Fly High, and
Okay.
this was Fly High came out on the 1 anniversary of my dad's passing, so it came out September 2021.
Okay.
I used 2 songs from the time I made shortly after he passed,
Yeah.
and 2 new songs I made in August at that time, because I
Oh,
was
shit.
really, you know,
Oh.
he passed away in September, August, I'm feeling really down, you get into that day, you know, so
Yeah, definitely.
I made 2 songs in the moment, put that together, put the project out, you know, so it was like a tribute to my dad.
Dude, that's
And
really cool.
that's the first project I put out. So I never really liked making music that talked about me, because I'm like, yo, nobody's trying to hear that, you know what I'm
You
trying to
thought it
say?
was too
Like,
personal.
yeah, like
Yeah.
fat kid, or it's like depression. It's like, man, I ain't trying to hear that, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So when my dad died, I was like, I need to put out music that, you know, tells my story, because I'm not the only one who's losing someone out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, people can connect with that. So I was like, okay, cool. Take the risk. The project did well. That's like what really told people, like, okay, he's here now, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's dope. For
Yeah.
the people that want to check that out, where can they go and check that out
So
right
you
now?
can check it out on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. The tag is Dizzy Walka, Dizzy Walka.
Cool, man. We're going to definitely put that up. We'll put it in the description. Everybody go check out that project. So after that project, what was that next initial step? Like, did you shoot any videos for that project? Were you working with different producers in the city maybe? Or like, what was that next step after that?
So at that time, I wasn't really working with people because I really hadn't met too many people, you know, so I was just, you know, chilling. I put out the project, just kept pushing it, you know. I actually met a DJ called Erwin that I met at a 10 to 10 block party that I performed at.
Okay, dope. Shout out Erwin.
Yo, shout out Erwin. So he actually came up to me, he's like, bro, I like what you're doing, like, keep going, you know, just believe in yourself, like, you've got this, you know, the content, you know, but it looks like you don't believe in what you're saying, like, I need you to go back.
Yeah.
So I released the project, I sent it to Erwin, he listens, he's like, I like this. I didn't know he's a DJ on radio.
Oh, shit.
So he's like, yo, send me the project. I sent him the project. He played One More Dance on radio. So that's the first time I got played on radio. Shout out Erwin for that. And
what
that's
station was that, bro?
CJSW, 94.9 FM.
Oh, shit. That's dope, bro.
So it's
that's
like,
dope.
that happened. And then since then, we just had that, like, relationship going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. So you've been on the radio, shot a couple music videos, dropped a project. Like, were you performing at that time, or did performances come after?
So before I should talk about the performances, I still haven't dropped a video yet. Like,
you haven't dropped a video yet?
It's still in the works, you know what I'm saying? But it's coming. This next project is coming out, like October 14th. putting out a fire project, and these visuals coming out with that one. So we've been waiting for the right time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but right now,
and it's the right time right now,
right
man.
now is the right time.
There's definitely people waiting for that video because, like, you know, hearing the sound, you definitely want to put a picture and a visual to that sound because, you know, it's definitely up there with the masses that are definitely dropping music right now. So congrats on that, bro. Congrats on your sound.
That,
I can't wait to see the video. So is there certain photographers or videographers that you go to right now in the city? So
not for like visuals, music videos, but like recaps at shows, like shooting my shows and all. So I've worked with a couple guys.
Okay.
Shout out Hayden Smith, Kristen Cezetto, No Way Jose Productions, and I think that's everyone I've worked with.
That's everyone you've worked with?
If I forgot anyone, it's nothing personal.
For sure, man. So what's next for Dizzy Walka, man? So right now, we heard about that project that you did. You got a music video coming out soon, or at least you're gonna work on that soon. What came next, bro?
What's coming next? So first, I want to focus on the project. Put out the project. This project really talks about my journey. So I'm really allowing people to see who Dizzy Walka is. So I'm talking about where I'm from, back home, the people I've lost, my dad, my grandma, who I'm doing this for, my mom and my siblings. You know, it's just like, this is me. This is as far as it comes, and it's like, keep it close. You know, it's about the circle. So it's just about, yo, who is Dizzy Walka? The people around him who influenced you and all, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope. And that's really going to let people know the inside of your life and, you know, be relatable to everybody. And that's how you gain fans, bro. Like, those diehard fans are the people that, you know, can relate with you and connect with you on a different level. So that's really cool. Is there any collaborations on this project that you got? Or is it just all you?
I have to say there's no collaborations, but there are a couple songs where I feel like I may add someone, so y'all be on the lookout for that, you know?
Cool, man. I can't wait to see who's on that album, if there's anybody. But, yo, when Dizzy Walka came to Calgary, you started working on music, you did all this stuff. What was in your mind at that time? Like, what was your main goal? Like, did you want to, like, just be a part of the local scene, or did you want to, like, take it to the furthest you could take it?
Man, when I first got in and I was doing the music, I was just like, just make the music, man. You know what I mean?
Do the work.
I'm like, just do the work. I didn't really know what I was doing with it, and it was working though, you know what I mean? Like, I'm making a song, I'm like, okay, put this on there, put this out. It does well, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? And I was just like, when things started picking up, when I moved into like the live scene and doing shows and seeing people want to come out and, you know, watch you perform, that's when I realized, I was like, actually, yo, you could do this, because
definitely.
The honest truth is the social media blow, I don't think that's for me, because you need to have a whole personality to be on social media, and I don't think I have that. But
so you don't think social media is like the way for you?
Not for me. I'm good with people. I'm a people's person, so I like talking to people. I like meeting my fans and actually engaging, you know.
100%.
That's what I've seen works for me, so which is why I like doing the shows, because I actually get to be with my fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. When was that first show that you were performing at?
It was July 30th, 2021. That's like the very first show I got. It was at a restaurant called Nina, and I'd been booked by a guy called Uncle Vintage, so shout out Uncle Vintage.
Okay, cool.
I get the show, I show to the place, and I'm thinking, okay, I did shows back home, not too many, like a talent show, a couple at the school. So I'd been on stage, you know what I'm saying? I get there, I'm like, okay, it's a restaurant, cool. There's no stage. I'm like,
oh, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So that means I'm actually going to be with the people. I'm like, okay, cool. So I do the show. I'm engaging with the crowd. I'm like, this is nice. I like this. First few songs were shaky because I'm like, first show here, people don't know me. I don't have anyone there. So I'm like, okay. When I saw people getting into it, I'm like, okay, cool. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I saw a lot of guys perform that night. They did well. They killed it.
Yeah, 100%.
No one was really engaging with the crowd. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, honey.
But I was doing it. It wasn't even an intentional thing. It was just happening, you know? That's when I realized, I'm like, you have a way with people and performance. So it's like, keep doing the whole life thing. Keep trying to meet your fans. Potential. Yeah, like, be out there with the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope, bro. So, like, what would you say to the people that say that social media in this day and age is such a big factor in being an artist? How would you connect with the world on a global level if social media wasn't for you? Because, like, you know, everybody wants to take over the local scene, but once you conquer Calgary, how are you going to get on the global level? How are people in other countries going to know about Dizzy Walka?
Honestly, right now, I don't know too well how I'm going to do that. My plan right now is to bring on people. You know, people want to help me on, people on that side of the business who are actually, you know, and also people who are passionate about what I'm doing, because it's like you need people who actually, I like your music, I like where you're going, you know.
100%.
It's one thing to pay someone to, you know, do a job, service, but it's like, do you really care about where this goes, or you just want the bag, you know?
You want someone as passionate as you.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get people on board to help me out with that, because I believe in, you know, having a team, like people working together, people in different departments. It just also allows me to work on my craft and get better.
Focus,
If my engineer's mixing, he's getting better at mixing. Someone's doing this. It's just, you know, we all have different roles to play, but it's like we're pushing for the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree. So, like, for the people that are wondering, a team, what does that consist of? Like, in your mind, what does a team consist of in today's age?
You see, a team, wow. You always want to build a team with people that you do know, you know, people close to you. But the downside to that is some people around you feel like they're doing you a favor. And it's like, no, you're not doing me a favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do this without you. I just feel like you care about me enough, but clearly you don't, you know what I mean? So it's just, again, it goes back to finding the right person, you know, for you. Someone who knows how to do their job, and someone who cares about what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And teams are big. Like, for independent artists, like, you need a big team. It's not just, you know, one person, one this.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got your manager there handling, you know, the back end of things. You need a booking agent, unless your manager's doing that. But
that's true.
If you leave everything for your manager, they can't even do a good job, because it's like there's too much to do.
You know what I mean? Too much shit around.
Exactly. And they'll say, yeah, I can do it, but they can't. And now it's slowing you down.
100%.
And you probably get mad at the manager, but it's not their fault. It's like, yo, they have too much to do. So it's like,
too much on their plate.
Try to find, you know, an engineer, producer, just have different people doing different things for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, bro. That's really good to know. So, like, I do have a question about, did you ever have any obstacle that you had in your way that you had to, you know, overcome in your music process, getting to this point? Because, like, now you're great on the mic, you've been performing a couple of performances, right? So you're good on stage, but, like, it wasn't always like that, correct?
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of obstacles did you have to get over to get to that point where you're like, yeah, I'm good now, I'm good?
So we could actually touch on a lot of things, I'll first talk about, you know, my live performances.
Okay, cool.
So, like, with my live shows, I just, like I said, first of all, I realized I had to weigh people and actually, like, you know, performing with the crowd. So I was like, cool, keep performing. Now, the struggle that I first found was like, yo, man, who's going to book you? Like, you're still new here. Like, how you going to get your name out there? I had no music out too. Like, I mean, I did. It's just Poseidon and, like, you know, the new project Fly High. So it's like, you don't have much out. You don't have a fan base. You're still new. How are you going to get a show?
That's true.
So that's when I thought, I was like, yo, start your own show. And I'm like,
smart.
How the hell is this going to go? First show had 13 people, but now we peaked at about 100 people. And it's like, you know,
that's a growth, bro.
I had to watch it grow over those months. But it's like the show picked up traction. But I had to make that first move where it's like, okay, cool, people are not going to book you. Start your own show. If this does well, promoters will see you, people will see you, venues will see you. They want to work with you. So that's how, you know, triggered everything where it's like, cool, he's doing his shows, he's popping, his show's doing well. Let's get him a gig, let's get him out. People are coming out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
100%. So, like, now let's talk about a little bit of your vocal performance on stage. So you got the shows, like, how did you get that, let's say, that tone and let's say that pitch when you're on stage to reflect to the people? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because, like, you know, when people are first starting out, especially in live performances, maybe they're not projecting loud enough, or they're quivering in their voice a little bit, or they're not finishing their words, you know, they're kind of cutting them off. Like, you know, did you ever have any of those obstacles when you were starting?
Like I said, I was doing a whole lot of nothing, just, you know, hoping it works. So that's what I was doing at first. I was just like, okay, do this. If it works, it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But I realized, I was like, actually, no. When you hit the studio, don't record it like your autotune or no. Like, even if you use autotune, like, you can use it. Just make sure you can still sound good without it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
so anytime I used too much autotune and I couldn't sing to that level, I'm like, you use way too much. If you perform this live, it's going to sound bad. So that's what I started doing. I'm like, okay, cool. Anytime I'm recording, I'm thinking about doing it live. Can I do the song live? If I ever use too much effects, I know this is never being performed live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I also don't want to perform with, like, you know, any effects and all. So every time it's raw. So I'm like, yo, what you're doing in the studio, you need to be able to do this outside.
That's smart.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
I
good
just
way to
like, I
think.
kept working on the songs, keep rehearsing every time I'm doing the songs over and over again. When you hit the stage, it's like, okay, cool, it's just coming. It sounds good. People are like, yo, you sound good. But I'm like, there's hours going into it, you know, rehearsing every night. And I'm singing my music to myself every time, too. It's just like, keep getting it down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro. So after you done some performances, you know, you worked on what works and what doesn't work on your career. You did a couple of songs. Like, what's the future plans for Dizzy Walka? Like, what is on the horizon? For like anyone that's popping in, tuning into Dizzy Walka right now, checked out your songs. They're like, yo, Dizzy Walka's dope. I want to continue on his journey. What can they expect, man?
Expect me to be me. Like, I want to be as raw as possible. Like, I always want to bring you guys on a journey. It's like, you know, where I started. I make music in the moment.
Okay, cool.
So it's like, if I'm feeling sad or, you know, I'm really missing my dad today, I'll probably write a song about my dad. Or grief, how grief's a bitch, you know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling happy, you know, I'm writing a song where I'm like, okay, I'm turned right now, you know what I mean? So it's like, I always try to keep people in the loop of what's happening. Because sometimes I can't speak. I really ghost people. It's unintentional. Things get, you know, things get busy, things get hectic, life gets crazy, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, I ghost people. But then I probably come up with the song. It's like, oh, shit, like, you know, he's been going through some shit. But it's like, you know, I'm putting it out there in the music. So it's just taking people on the journey with, you know, just being me, putting myself out there.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool, bro. Yeah. So, like, for the people that want to get into hip-hop, but they feel like, you know, they don't want to listen to me or, you know, I don't have a story to tell, what would you tell those people, man?
First of all, hip-hop is a lie. Like, a big lie. Like, a lot of people are lying about what, you know, the lives they live. And not that I, you know, don't rate it, because it's also, it's a skill. It's like, bro, you're selling the story, it's doing well, people are buying it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, you could get in without a story, but what do you want from the music? Because I want to be remembered, you know, I'm talking about legacy right now. So
that's true.
When me being me, my music, people remember that, you know what I'm saying? Songs like Poseidon and Chase, I love those songs, hit singles. Someone could wake up and make those songs again. Yeah. No one's gonna make a song about my dad again. Like, that's just me. So that lives on forever, you know? And when someone listens to a song like that, you know, you connect with it. It's like, cool. If you lost your dad too, it's like, I felt that. Yeah. I had someone hit me up one time, they're like, yo, I haven't lost my dad, but I want to work on my relationship with him because I just listened to your song, you know what I mean?
That's really cool.
And that's what I really like about the music. It's like,
you inspire people.
Yeah, can I change someone's life? Can I touch someone's heart? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm the same way as an artist too, man. And that's really a good way to think because, you know, a lot of people that are making music are always making like those banger types, you know, like drugs, money, cars, and bitches. And while that is cool, it's the stuff that when you talk about heartfelt shit is what relates to the masses, and that's what you create, those fans that are diehard fans. Yeah. So that's really cool, bro. I wanted to touch base on your lyrical process, bro. So like when you first started, how was that compared to now? Like, has it changed a lot? Yeah, done, eh?
Man, yo, we've been on a journey. Like, you know, dope. My sister was laughing at me. She's like, yo, I wish people knew how bad you were before. She's like, we really had to go through that shit. We had to listen to that. It's like, that was ass. But it's like...
At least she was honest, right? And that's what made you become better.
She's so raw. She talk, you know, I could be playing a song in my room, a new demo. Yeah. I'm like, this is hard. She'll walk in. She's like, turn that shit off.
That's ass. But then you know, I got to get back in the studio.
That's what I know. Like, yo, go back and work in this again. But like, man... The process, I don't know. Something happened down the way. So like I said, first of all, I didn't really care about what I was putting out. I was just like, just make music, you know, get the women, get all the ladies. I'm like, that's what I want. And then when I lost my dad, that's when things changed. It was just like, yo, be you, man. Yeah, there's an escape. Like, I don't know how to talk to people, you know, the whole toxic masculinity thing. Yeah. It's a real thing. Like, you know, I didn't see my dad talking. I didn't see my dad crying. So I'm like, I can't do that too.
Yeah, I can't do that either. Yeah, 100%.
So I realized, I'm like, yo, I could tell my story through the music. I could talk to dad through the music. You know what I mean? Like, pour my heart out. So I was like, okay, cool. Since then, that's when I made the whole thing about make music in the moment. So it's like, anytime I'm writing my verses, it's like, it has to make sense. I can't just say nothing, you know what I mean? I'm
100%.
Like, that's one thing I stand by. I'm like, whatever you put out, it has to mean something.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if there's like a bad meaning, but it's like, as long as it means something, you know what I mean? Yeah. People shouldn't listen and be like, yo, what the hell is he trying to say in this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Cool, bro. So, like, what about your recording process?
Yeah.
Because, you know, when people get into the booth, it's a lot different from, like, you know, when you're first starting out, you're freestyling on beats and whatever.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
getting into the booth is a whole different aspect. Like, did you find any challenges in the beginning? Like, you know, staying on beat, you know, doing your ad-libs or anything along that line?
Yeah. So, back in 2018, actually, so the engineer I work with right now, Flex, shout out Flex back home in Botswana.
Oh, shout out Flex.
Flex put me on Ophi. And Ophi was my engineer back then.
Yeah.
So I was working with Ophi, and Ophi, first session, I got in, and Ophi is like, I'm recording. I paid him, actually. I'm like, yo, I got the bag, everything, you know. Recording, and he's like, this ain't it. Like, he literally stopped the session. He was like, nah, my guy, like,
this ain't it.
you need to go work on this.
Back on the drawing board.
So it's like, he's teaching me all these things. It's like, when you write too many syllables, blah, 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 this. He's like, okay, cool. When you write like this, try to remember this, do this.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, cool. And then at the end, is like, oh, yeah, the money. So I'm like, bro, I didn't record nothing. I'm like, I didn't record nothing.
Yeah.
But he's like, I mean,
all this knowledge. It ain't free.
And it's time too. So I was like, I paid, I left. I was pissed, man. I was like, damn. And you're a kid at the time, you don't have money, your parents don't support what you're doing, so you're saving. I'm like, damn. Okay. So I went back, I was mad. And then like a month later, I started working on the song again. I'm taking in what he said. I'm like, okay, try this out. I'm doing this. I book a session. I'm like, can I come back?
Yeah.
We tried out. The song was still ass, but it was better. You know what I mean? Like, when I look back and listen, I'm like, that was bad.
Yeah.
But at the time, people liked it, you know. It did numbers, like 4K streams on SoundCloud. So I was like, okay, people liked it.
Yeah.
So that's how we built the relationship, where I'm like, okay, cool. I worked with them. I'm like, let's keep it going. Kept going back, and then we kept working. And then over the years, you just keep learning new things, you know, how to write, your tone, and you keep learning about your voice, what you can do.
Yeah, 100%.
Can I sing? What notes can I hit? You know, so I just kept, you know, learning that down the way, and I was like, okay, cool. And now here we are, you know what I mean? It's like you have the content, you have the flow, you have the tone. It's like, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah.
100%, bro. So, like, you talked a little bit about your influences that got you into hip-hop.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to know who you're bumping right now, bro. Can you tell me, like, 5 songs on your playlist that you're bumping right now that people can check out?
That's a big task. One song I play every day, Ambition for Cash, Young Dolph.
Okay.
Hustler's Ambition, 50 Cent.
That's a banger.
Damn, I don't
that's
even
good.
know.
That's good. One more track, bro, so people can know, like, your music taste right now. So we got some old school 50. What else, bro?
Man, Route 66, Jack Harlow.
Okay, yeah. Yo, with ESTG?
Yeah. Oh, my. Yo, man, that song, ESTG is a GOAT. Like, you guys have to listen to that, man. Like,
yeah, nah, he goes hard.
Nah, he's way too great. His tone, like, that's another guy I listen to. I'm like, yo, I like his tone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's dope, but, like, what I don't understand is he comes from the same place Jack Harlow comes from, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Or am I...
I heard something like that. I didn't really look too deep into it, so I wouldn't really know. So I'm going on a tangent and say, yeah, he is.
Yeah, well, I think I seen something along the lines that he's from the same place, and it just baffles me how, like, he's not as big as Jack Harlow, because boy could spit, you know what I mean?
Man, I don't even know what it is. Like,
what do you think goes into artist development these days? Like, what makes a superstar a superstar? Is it the music or is it the image?
Unfortunately, it's the image. And the reason I say the image is industry plans. You've seen those, you know, if you have money, they're really going to push you, make you work with this person so you're out there. But it's like, how the hell did he get on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
But for you to grow, like personal growth, I believe it's just hours. Like, keep practicing your craft, you know.
100%.
Keep doing what you're doing, keep working. And what you could do for yourself, like I said, again, building that team, getting investors. Because the honest truth is, the music game is about who has the most money. Why you need money? You need to push your music. You need to market visuals. You need to, you know, pay this person to do this 100%. Radio and all. So it's like, if you don't have that financial backing, it might never take off. You know what I mean?
Might fall through.
It really, it won't take off. Like, it does happen, but it's the odd case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Like, everyone who made it had that backing. So
100%.
Unfortunately, it's the image. I would say it's the image.
Yeah, 100%, bro. The image is definitely what drives. And I did want to touch a little bit on, like, independent artists and an artist who's on a label.
Yeah.
do you think an independent artist can go further without a label, or do they need a label? So the question is basically, stay independent or sign?
So my take on this,
Yeah.
sign.
Sign,
But
okay.
how you sign is you need to sign when you have leverage, you know what I mean? So it's
100%.
like, look at Central C, for example. That's the reason he's doing so well. Like, Russ, for example, as well. Russ built all that he had, like, on his own, you know what I mean? Then he signed later on. He gets a good deal because it's like, yo,
Yes, he
I
does.
got you without the label, but you guys have the resources I need. You have all these connections. You have the money. So it's like, I can sign now. You work yourself a good deal when you have leverage. So if you sign when you're nobody, it's like, bro, what do you have? Just talent. It's like, man, it's not enough. You know what I mean?
It's true, not these days.
So we're going to put all this money into you. And it's like, it's all coming back to us. That's how people get into bad deals, you know? That's what I've seen. So, yeah.
No, and those are facts, bro. A lot of people get into bad deals that, you know, end up fucking them over in the long run. All right, man. Thank you for coming today, bro. We got to know you. I want to know, is there anything else that you want to let the public know about Dizzy Walka? Because right now is the time to let them know, bro.
Honestly speaking, y'all need to wake up if you don't know who I am. If you do know me, I appreciate you for being on the journey. But those that don't know me, you can find me on all platforms at Dizzy Walka, Dizzy Walka. So, hope to see y'all.